We head to Japan, where a group of European men are planning to dominate this historic country. Wait, I am reading the description of the Shogun series on FX, but it sure does seem to apply to this weekend as well. It's lights out and away we go for episode 136 of the Asphalt Podcast. All right, well, we are across the other side of the world now. And I think it's only uphill from here, right? Downhill. I never know which one's a good hill to go, up or down. But we're coming off of Australia, great race there. I think we're going to ride this good momentum. Don't you think?
I do think, Marco. No, we're on the same side of the world, Eastern Hemisphere, Australia, Japan, right? But anyway, good start.
I was saying for me. We continue further away.
And also, we have China next. So that's going to be another late race. But after that, it is uphill or downhill, whichever one is better. So we got that going for us.
All right. Anyways.
Hot stuff.
Really got me fucking scrambling here, dude. Got me fighting for myself, fighting for my dumb things, I'm going to say, huh? All right, we're going to keep battling through here. We have a great episode here. It's going to be a quick one. We have our recent news, our Japanese Grand preview, our country fun facts, so our two truths and a lie that we've been doing, our gambling paddock, and then followed by our race prediction. So starting right along to our recent headlines, Ian, take it away.
All right, recent headlines delivered in a classic TikTok format, trying to get the listener interested and catch that. Just some clickbait titles here. Ready? I'm going into my TikTok persona. Lewis Hamilton is a supporter of the NRA. Alex Albon's family is turning on him, and Liberty Media are turning their focus away from Formula One. Nailed it? Kind of nailed it. Felt like
that was good, dude. I'd be like, whoa, dude, what's going on?
So yeah, Lewis Hamilton, supporter of the NRA. That is my conclusion I drew after seeing him absolutely murder not really, since we're talking guns, should probably be a little more careful with the words there, but Lewis Hamilton's an excellent shooter of firearms. Did you see that? He is I don't know, he's like a precision shooter.
Just like a Black John Wick.
Yeah, I think that's what they call him now.
Yeah?
Now?
Yeah?
No.
Now, starting right now. Everyone calls him this. I see the picture that you posted. It does look like he's at one of those John Wick ranges where they just show the quickness and see all those guys at how fast you can reload a gun. This guy's got to stop picking up new hobbies. It's kind of annoying me.
Yeah, he's probably welcoming the distraction away from the Formula One season right now, and all the chaos, just trying to grin and bear it through the last season of Mercedes and then get to the other side, and who cares? Maybe crocheting is up next, kiteboarding. He's got a lot of hobbies left to explore this year, I think, if I see this right.
Yeah, I mean, it went from he's a prolific skydiver, right? Isn't that right?
That's right.
And now shooting guns. It's only going to get more dangerous from here, right?
Yeah.
Skydiving, guns,
Steve Irwin,
shark fighting. Oh, volcano exploring.
Nice. What's the tightrope over a volcano type thing?
Mm-hmm.
That one?
Yeah. Fighting for Hamas. It's probably the most dangerous one I can think of.
All right, nice. We're just hitting a lot of the algorithm stuff with shooting and guns and Hamas. So we're doing great. This video is gonna get at least one view.
Not good for children.
Yeah, make sure to hit that on YouTube. Alex Albon's family turning on him. I guess you could call this a nothing burger, but yeah, his grandma, Alex Albon's grandma, saw Lando Norris in an airport. Does Lando Norris fly commercial?
That was the first thing that came to my head. That did surprise me. Yeah.
feel like he probably shouldn't.
Also, I didn't know he was sponsored by Monster. So good for him.
Maybe he just likes the hat.
Yeah, just a big, big Monster guy. Can't get enough of it. Those Beast energy, those Beast alcoholic drinks, I was all about that a couple of years ago.
Oh
Drink of
yeah.
the summer, actually. Yeah.
And then lastly, here, Liberty Media turning their focus away from Formula One. Liberty Media buying up MotoGP for $4 billion. They paid 3.3 billion for Formula One in 2016. So, is MotoGP going to be the new Formula One? Should we start a MotoGP podcast?
I mean, we did say we're going to do the Sail GP. We're still working on that. Yeah, we can just be a GP hub, I would say.
The GP hub?
We don't tell the people what the episode we're talking about, what GP it's going to be about, and they just have to join and be like, all right, oh, okay, this is about MotoGP. Not a fan, got to move on. But it gets the clicks, initial clicks.
Nice. We're all about initial click. That's the whole spirit of this headline grabs thing, is we just want clickbait clicks. So
Pop in, pop out. We're good.
yeah, that's how you get the algorithm. People watching your stuff for half a second, as we know. All right, that's our TikTok headlines. Let's move on to Marco's rendition of our Japanese 2024 Grand Preview.
All right, the Japanese Grand Prix, Suzuka circuit. There is 18 corners, 53 laps, and only.
Hold on one second. I think I talked over you for the beginning of that. So go.
Okay.
Go.
All right, the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka circuit. Let's dig into it, huh? How about we do that, right, Ian? 18 corners, 53 laps, and only one DRS zone leading into a speed trap. This is like the first time in a long time that I can remember actually only having one DRS zone. I feel like Formula One and the FIA have been like, the more DRS zones, the better. So it's kind of a breath of fresh air to see one. But also, on the other hand, it seems like it seems lonely out there. It's a lonely DRS zone. We need more. I'm kind of flip-flopping, as you can tell. All right, let's move into the actual track itself, huh? Some major things that I uncovered looking into the Suzuka circuit. This is one of the most challenging F1 circuits on the grid, which creates both fan and driver favorites. Everything I saw was like, find you a driver that doesn't like the Suzuka circuit, all this stuff. It's a very high-speed track on top of that. So love that speed. It's fun. Two of the more important areas of the track that people like to talk about is the 130R corner, or turn 15, so turn 15 of 18, which is at the end of that DRS zone, which is a speed trap. It's always been kind of a bit of a safety concern. I think they've had to update it 2 or 3 times since 2000 because of one MotoGP guy ripping up, RIP, and then another Formula One driver getting flying his car into the fencing. Not severely injured, but so this is a bit of a dangerous area. Also, the hairpin turn, I think that is turn 13, is going to have a lot of one of the higher overtaking area opportunity, along with being also a very incident prone as well. So be looking at around 13 to 15, 13 to 16 area to be a little hectic. This is also the only figure 8 racetrack to appear on the Formula One calendar, which is very cool. So think of a figure 8, it goes over each other. Obviously, it would be sick if one didn't go under or above each other and it was actually an intersection. I think we're going to try to work on that somewhere other track and the newer tracks. Also, talking about the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka, it's one of the last races of the season typically. So of the 36 races the Japanese Grand Prix has hosted, 13 World Drivers' Championships have been crowned at Suzuka. So at this racetrack, which is about just under 40% of the time that people race in Suzuka, there's a Formula One World Driver Championship crowned here. So end of the year, usually that comes with a lot of historic races here. The first event, Japanese Grand Prix event here. We found a world champion, Nigel Mansell, crashing his Williams car, and so his teammate actually won because of this. Nelson Piquet. Also, some of the major Senna Prost battles have actually come in the Japanese Grand Prix. I think there was 3 or 4 major ones that they were going at it battle for battle and deciding some Grand Prix there or some drivers championships there. So overall, very interesting track, very difficult and technical track, but also speed. So it kind of has a little bit of everything. And also, like I said, figure eight, that's kind of cool. Weather in Suzuka, brought to you by Ian.
Weather in Suzuka, Friday it's going to be a high of 60 degrees and cloudy. Saturday a high of 66 and cloudy, and Sunday a high of 69, nice and partially cloudy. Going to be a little chillier. I'm interested to see how this works out as far as the tires are concerned. Like, it's going to be harder to heat up those tires. It's definitely not the coldest race that we've been to. But I mean, it's definitely on the colder side, especially coming from, the Saudi Arabias of the world. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. But going to get hotter throughout the weekend, just like Marco's weekend plan that he's got.
Because I'll be seeing you. Hey-o.
Hey.
Also, talking about the track, we're going to keep trying to do this. This is we're trying to guess what this track looks like. This was a hard one. All right, folks. I'm going to show you the comparison. You're going to have to turn it around a little bit, which we will to make it easier for you. But I'm going to go with, it looks like that fat caterpillar from Bug's Life.
I thought you nailed this, actually.
You got to turn your head a little bit. It was pretty tough. It took me a while to figure this one out. ChatGPT doesn't help when it says, what does this track look like? So it just keeps saying figure eight. We got that.
I honestly, I had no idea what you were going to come up with, and I saw that and I was like, wow, I can actually see that. It's pretty good.
Thank you. I was pretty nervous about that. So that does it for the Japanese Grand preview. Moving on to our country fun facts. But before we get to that, I think we have an ad.
Let's go to our country fun facts. But before that, we do have an ad. This part of the podcast is brought to you by the Japanese Television Network. Thanks to Formula One's trip to Suzuka, it means that once again, the Japanese Television Network is putting a Formula One twist on some of their highest performing shows. Tune in all week for recreations of some of TV's finest shows with some Formula One flair taking part. We've got The Unamazing Race featuring most of the Formula One season, Family Feud starring the full cast of Red Bull Racing, America's Got No Talent starring Logan Sargent, Wheels of Misfortune starring the pit stop crew of Stake F1 Sauber, Deal or No Deal featuring Max Verstappen and Mercedes, The Weakest Link featuring Sergio Perez and surprise guest Nikita Mazepin, and Jeopardy starring Danny Ricciardo's career. Don't miss this special week. Sit back, relax, and tune in.
Holy ravioli, dude. It's going to be hard to watch this race with all these good shows going on, eh?
Speaking of shows, Marco, I've had so much fun doing our Two Truths and a Lie segment to educate the people about the countries where these races are taking place. I took an angle on this one this time. And thanks to our sponsorship from the Japanese Television Network, my Two Truths and a Lie are going to be revolving around Japanese game shows, okay?
Nice.
In the vibrant landscape, all right, of Japanese television, game shows, they stand out as a prime example of a nation's penchant for the eccentric, right? Extraordinary game shows, some of which you've probably heard of: Silent Library, Ninja Warrior, Human Tetris. You're going to have to pick which one of these television shows is not a Japanese television show. There's a false show in here, okay? I am going to try to pronounce the names of these shows. So reminder that it's not racist to try to pronounce something in another language. Just wanted to get that out there.
I feel like you have to try in the native tongue.
I am. I looked it up on Google Translate and listened to it a lot.
Oh, wow.
I know how to do this.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So options 1, 2, or 3. Which one is the false? Number 1, Kiniku Banzuke. Muscle ranking. This show is centered around physical challenges to showcase the strength, endurance, and sometimes absurd abilities of its contestants. It features a segment known as the Ball Crusher, In this segment, male contestants face challenges where they must endure pain, often including hits or impacts to the groin or testicular area. While the segment's primary focus is on showcasing physical strength and endurance, it's gained attention for its rather unconventional and sometimes painful challenges involving the testicles. Option 1. Option 2. Paniku Feisu Kingu. Panic Face King is a unique and thrilling Japanese game show that masterfully blends elements of surprise, suspense, and reality TV. Participants are subjected to terrifying yet harmless situations in an attempt to capture their most priceless panic-stricken expressions and display them in a freeze frame to the world. The show rose in popularity due to a delightful blend of outrageous scenarios, candid human reactions, and it made a wonderfully weird and unforgettable experience. Option 2. Option 3. Nihon no Ruretu. Japanese roulette. A short-lived game that involved answering trivia questions and then taking risks by pulling the trigger on a giant revolver loaded with blanks. An incorrect answer could lead to a loud bang and a scare for contestants, although the Japanese government mandated that 5 independent parties needed to verify that the blanks were in fact blanks and not real bullets. Which one of those 3 is not a Japanese?
Are we no trick questions here?
No trick questions.
Number 2 is a lie.
Number 2 is not the lie. Number 2, Panic Face King, pronounced Paniku Feisu Kingu, is not
Yeah.
a false Japanese TV show.
The blanks, the bullet blanks.
The bullet blanks is the false Japanese TV show. Got it on the second try. Good job. That one is the lie. That was actually an American game, believe it or not. Shocker.
Oh.
Guns.
Huh.
And I made up the part about the bullets needing to be checked. That was not something that the American version did. They just sent them out with blanks.
Wasn't he the producer, Alec Baldwin?
No.
Are you sure? If they didn't check, maybe.
They have a history of not checking. I heard they don't check a lot. So
that's kind of their shtick, actually. This makes it what's so fun, huh? All right, those were good. Like a lot of work done into this. Mine are going to be very quick.
Okay.
Okay, it has nothing to do with Japanese game shows. Unfortunately, honestly, it has to do with Godzilla. No, they don't. That's a lie. All right, I'm gonna go. All right. Number 1. Japan has a deep love for Hershey's bars with unique flavors like yuzu, maca, soy sauce, and wasabi. 1. Number 2, eating KFC in Japan is a Christmas tradition. Nearly 3.6 million Japanese follow this tradition, where they'll go Christmas Eve and get a bunch of KFC buckets. Number 3, in Japan, there's a festival called Hadaka Matsuri, where thousands of men strip naked in public because it will secure them a fortune-filled year. Around 9,000 to 10,000 men do this yearly.
The third one is definitely true. I don't know that to be case, but I could just really picture it easily. I'm going to say the first one is a lie.
Nailed it. Kit Kat bars, not Hershey's.
Oh, that was a gotcha one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just a little click, snip. All right. Nice job, dude. First try. It's awesome.
All right, man, that was fun to prepare for. Tell you what, when I tell you I watched like 45 minutes of Japanese TV, I'm like deep rabbit hole that I'm
still doing that, dude. Sounds like I got to get back in it. Dude, the throwback from you saying Silent Library brought some great memories back there.
I watched a lot of Silent.
Oh, boy, they.
All right, let's go.
Get back to Formula One.
Yeah, wait, what just happened? That's the same feeling that I got.
Blacked out for a second, dude.
Same feeling I got from watching Japanese TV was with the feeling I had just now. Just like, what just happened in that 15 minutes?
Preparing for this fucking show. What happened, dude?
All right, let's move from our country fun facts to our gambling paddock. Now, you want to kick us off?
All right, let's give a little update on where we're at in the gambling paddock. I'm 6-4, up 3.1 units. So starting with 500, have 562 Dara. My gambling for this week is going to be Charles Leclerc, fastest lap, plus 600, half a unit there. I'm going to go with between 0 and 0.1. This is a quals one. Winning margin between 0 and 0.1 winning margin, plus 275, half a unit there. Charles, top 3, minus 110, 1 unit there. Perez, not in the top 3, plus 100, 1 unit there.
Nice.
So 3 units on the weekend.
3 units on the weekend. I got 3 units too. I'm at 5-4, plus 3.2 units with $564. So neck and neck with Marco here. I'm going to go Sergio Perez, top 2 finish at plus 165. Yuki Tsunoda, I'm going to ride that Yuki Tsunoda train, especially in Japan, as the race winner without Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, or Aston Martin. And then Charles Leclerc, I also have him as a podium finish. I had it at minus 105, but if you have it at minus 110, then I can take that as well.
I mean, we could do minus 105. Why would I say no to bumping mine up, huh?
I mean, I have it documented right here, but perfect. All right.
I like it.
This is going to be an important week for us to see who kind of like takes the lead here, because one of us could take the lead.
We do have some completely like we're fighting against each other bets here. The Perez one is I don't like. Yeah.
Perez one is going to be interesting. All right, let's move from our gambling paddock into our race predictions. Meow. All right, race predictions as we stand. I am 1 point ahead of Marco, 2-1 after 3 races. Marco, you go ahead and go first for Suzuka. Psych.
I'm gonna flip that around.
That's the wrong number. Crash DNF. Give me Logan Sargent. Driver of the day, give me Max Verstappen. Douche of the day, Danny Ricciardo. Wild card prediction, double Williams points, which I realize now is a bit of a flip up on my Crash DNF Logan Sargent.
All right,
so you either got to go out or get points. Fastest lap, Charles Leclerc, which does align with your gambling. And then 4 cars not to finish this race.
Alrighty, Roo. I'm going to go with who do we think will crash with DNF? Fernando Alonso. Driver of the day, Mr. McLaren himself, Lando Norris. Douche of the day, Max. Wildcard prediction, Max with a 15-plus second winning margin. Seems extensive, right? 15 seconds?
No, not really. This is 22.
22nd. Max with a 20-second winning margin.
You got 22 the first time. So out of 2 races that he won, that happened, or that he's in, that happens half the time. Go 25.
Well, it's
22 and a half.
Max with a 22-second winning margin.
22 and a half.
22.2 second winning margin.
This is great podcasting. Deal.
Ah, God, dude, I just got swindled. Fuck it, whatever. All right, Max with a 22.2 plus second winning margin on the race Sunday. Yikes. Fastest lap, Sergio Perez. How many cars don't finish? 3.
I like that. In retrospect, I think I got swindled. 22 and a half seconds is going to be easy for Max, I think. But
dude, Ferrari was faster than them regardless last week. There's no way.
That's true. I guess it's true. Maybe a new era for the Ferrari boys.
Are you going to bump it down to 15?
No, definitely not.
I
everybody. That is going to do it for us ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Very excited for this one. Cool track, like Marco said. This figure 8 you don't see a lot, and I mean, I just think we're in for a good race. Going to be a little bit of a level set, everybody. Max isn't going to go out every race within the first 5 laps, so let's not think that that's going to happen all the time. But yeah, very excited for this. We will see everybody on the other side of the Japanese Grand Prix.
Hey, thought you could leave without saying goodbye.
I used to say I live my life a quarter mile at a time. And I think that's why we were brothers. because you did too.